Let me show you first this way. So you'll see a mosque over here. There's a mosque there. Now, it's a little bit overcast, okay? But that is where you go and watch the sunset. Zoom up there, walk up there, or you can watch it from the boardwalk. You know how I love boardwalks. Ready? And look at that there. That is a Komodo dragon. Well, it's not a real one because Komodo Island is somewhere out there. I think it's over that side. But I'm on the island of Flores. Flores is famous for being the gateway to the Komodo dragon. That guy, but bigger. It's a little bit overcast, but like it's actually just started. The sun looks like it's starting to come out again. I first got into the spa. Looks like a spa, just a giant ass spa. When I got in here before it started raining, but it looks like it might actually become this amazing sunset. So I've been doing sunset live, so here we are. I'm early for a sunset live though, so I'm just going to do a short one just to show you where I am. Now it's called, now let me get this right, Labuan Bojo. No, did I get that right? Roja. Oh my God, where am I? Labuan Bojo. No, Josh. Oh, freaking, I don't know. Where am I? As I said, I have no idea. No idea where I am. But anyway, let me tell you a story, because there's always stories to be had, okay? Let me just show you something, first of all. See over there? See that room just there? That is where I had paid to stay. But, and now it has a view out looking over here too, right? That's what I wanted, a view. It's not mandatory, but you know, if you can get a view, it's nice, right? But the problem is the balcony door didn't lock. So people could potentially jump over the little balcony because it's attached to another balcony that's open for the public. Not public, but just a public area. And so I didn't feel safe. So, you know, when you don't feel safe, and if my mum's watching this, yes, mum, this is why I'm at a different hotel. So I basically asked for my money back because I just, you know, didn't feel safe, right? And if you're not feeling safe, well then, you know, don't stay there. So let's have a snack while we're having this conversation. Across the road, called Roxy Market. I went over there to get a drink because I was a bit frustrated today. And they have these like rice cakes. I don't exactly know what it is, okay? I'm not sure, okay? But I've had this before, okay, in Indonesia. When I visit my mum's state or country, island, Sumatra. It's like I don't know, caramel maybe? I don't know what it is, but it's really tasty. It's rice. It's not too sweet, but it's pretty tasty. So let me tell you a story. There's always a story, right? I like it a lot. It's not too sweet. It cost for 4 little pieces Um, 15,000. So $1.50. I really like it. I really like it. I think we're going to have a fantastic sunset too. Yeah. We're not in Bali anymore, right? Bali is a Hindu island. The rest of Indonesia is mainly Muslim. Like I said, there is a couple of mosques here. So only just before I did the live, you could hear a whole of the chanting, the praying, which I love. I really like the sound of it, the call prayer. But it means, like, the beach bar kind of feel is not as normal. There's no, well, it's not really a beach just here. Apparently it's about 6 kilometres away, the beach. I think over around one of the coves. I'm not sure. Who's that? Who? That was smart. I've been talking for like the last 5 minutes to myself on mute. Oh well. So that's a fishing port down here. And then there's a whole boats here. A lot of them are those boats that you can stay on for like 2 nights, 3 days kind of thing. And then in this little love heart there is a little Komodo dragon. Oh, only for 30 seconds. Oh, okay, that's good. So, you know how I've been doing sunset videos? Well, this is where the sunset comes through. And if we go on the other side of this, over this way, I love a boardwalk, right? So I can basically go down outside and walk along here. And then there's a little bit of a boardwalk. There's a little jetty to go out onto. There's a little boardwalk that goes to another jetty over here. But just there, you can go up there. That's a sunset viewing deck. So this is the island of Flores. And Marie, about 10 minutes before I started the live, they had the call prayer. So there's a couple of mosques here. So this is called Labuan Roja. No, have I got it right? Labuan Roja. Oh my God, I don't even know where I am. I'm on the island of Flores. It's an island about 3 or 4 islands away from Bali. So it's not Bali. Bali is a Hindu state. This island is very Muslim. So a lot of the women are wearing the scarves over their heads, not the burqas, but just the scarf over their heads. A lot of the men are wearing the little hat thing that they wear, and you hear the call to prayer. So tomorrow morning about 4 a.m. in the morning, I'm going to hear the call to prayer, and I can't wait to hear it. I love the sound of the call to prayer. But isn't this a beautiful view? Now, I was going to tell a funny story. Now, you don't have to hang around, Marie. I know you have many things to do. So, I'm going to talk to myself. And eventually my mum will watch this while I stuff my face. I'm having a little snack. I don't know exactly what it's called, but I've had it before here in Indonesia. It's rice. It's not too sweet, but it looks like caramel, but it's not caramel. And we have, who is it? Is it Nicholas? Nicholas! Wait till you see where I am. Nicholas. I want to tell a story, guys, because when you travel, or when I travel, I always say, don't do anything I do. Do the opposite, right? I've walked 7.5 kilometers today, and there's a story. There's always a story, guys. Sorry, I'm stuffing my face. I don't know what this is called, but my mum will tell me. Mum, what's this called? It's rice. It looks like it's caramel around it, but it's not caramel. I don't know what it's called, but it's amazing. I've just annihilated 3 pieces of it already. So I've got a story to tell you. I'll show you where I am first, okay? Nicholas is saying hi, Mum. Okay, let me show you where I am, guys. I'm in a spa. I'm in a pool. Still a little pool. I'll go this way first. So we have a restaurant up the top here. Unfortunately, there's no beers because it's a Muslim area. Now, I'm going to tell you a story soon about that room over there. Okay, it's a different hotel. But I'm going to tell you a story about that later, okay? I was I paid to stay there. Okay, so this is the island of Flores, and it is nothing like Bali. Completely different, guys. It's a Muslim area because most of Indonesia is Muslim. Bali is very different because it's a Hindu state. So we have the mosque over here. There's actually quite a few mosques. If you have a look there, there's actually a speaker there. So you'll hear the call to prayer quite a lot in my lives. And a lot of locals live around here. You're right. The locals live here, and I think locals are living up there. This is where we watch the sunset up here. We're going to go watch the sunset from there. There's a viewing platform. And then there's a boardwalk. I love a boardwalk. Now, for full effect, guys, it's a bit overcast this afternoon, but I think we might end up with a really nice sunset. I'm getting like Halong Bay in Vietnam like vibes. There's lots of little islands out there. It's very green. There's a fishing port just here. So I'm hoping to get some nice fresh fish. I had tuna for lunch for $5, guys. I had tuna for lunch for $5. Actually, probably less than $5. And a coconut. Hello. Pretty nice, eh? So a little girl's about to jump in the pool, so I don't really want to show a little girl. So I don't know how much longer I'll go for, guys. But I wanted to tell a story. Why I ended up in this hotel. I mean, things happen for reasons, right? Now, Dora, fabulously, doesn't really book ahead, right? She just wings it, right? That's just how I travel. And, you know, I have limited information, right? You can Google stuff, you can read reviews, but who has the time to do that, right? I don't, right? So I kind of like to get to a place and walk around and kind of figure out where the best place to stay, right? And I knew I was near the water, but I didn't want to be too far away from the water, right? But I also understood that, you know, maybe I might not be able to get on the water either because it might be too expensive. So I thought the best idea would be to come down to the main central area and walk around and try to find somewhere to stay. So when I got to the airport, it's only an hour flight from Bali, so it's very, very easy to get here. It cost me, well, technically it was $150 for the flight, but I got it for $100 through the travel club that I'm in. So that was a bonus. So the flights aren't that expensive to here. A lot of people come to this island. They come to see the Komodo dragons, right? It's on the next island, the island of Komodo. But it's a really, really pretty island also in itself. There's lots of beaches and coves and swimming and snorkeling and diving. So I wanted to be in the, I always like to be amongst it, right? So that I don't have to catch cabs or anything like that. So anyway, I decided in my adventurous mind that I would walk from the airport because it's only about 1 kilometre away from the main little area. It's more than 1 kilometre, Dora. I'm just saying. But anyway, I decided it was only about 9 o'clock in the morning. It's not too hot. I would walk from the airport. So here I am with my big backpack on, walking. Everyone's asking me, do you want a lift? I'm like, that's all right, I'm good. Zooming past on scooters, asking me if I want a lift. I'm like, I'm all right. And I had looked about some accommodation, so I kind of knew some names of places and the kind of the prices. Hey Mike, how you going? Wait till you see where I am, Mike. I'm just telling you a story while I shove my food in my mouth. I'm done now. So there was a couple of hotels near the airport and they were pretty cost effective, maybe $30 a night. But I thought, I don't want to stay near the airport. Like, why do I want to stay near the airport? I want to stay near the water, right? So I kept on walking. It's becoming 100 degrees, guys. It's hot, very hot, humid. And I'm wearing my, carrying my big backpack. I never learn, guys. I never learn. So, moral of the story is, I walked about 7.5 k's. I kept on coming to hotels and checking them out, how much they cost. And I ended up frustrated, and I got this one over behind me that I just pointed out before. And got in the room, and I couldn't lock the door. I'm like, that's not a very good sign if you can't lock the door. Anyway, they showed me that you can lock the door. It's a little bit of a little trick. And I had a balcony too, because I wanted to have a look at this view, right? Wait till you see the view, Mike. But the balcony door wouldn't lock. Now the balcony shares another balcony with, like, anyone that could stay at the hotel can go onto the balcony. So it cost effectively they could jump onto my balcony and then through my door. I don't care if they steal my stuff. I don't really care, right? That's here or there, right? But I'm more worried about my safety at night time, right? Like when you're sleeping, you need to know that you're safe, that the door's locked, no one's gonna like surprise you in the middle of the night. That's happened before, and it's just very scary. So I always make sure that things lock, and especially like balcony doors. So it didn't lock, so I'm like, crap. So I went outside and said, hey, the door doesn't lock, and look, they don't speak much English, I don't speak much Bahasa, so I'm trying to tell them, in my very bad Bahasa, it's broken. And they said, okay, you can look at the other room upstairs. So I'm like, okay, let's look at the other room upstairs. And exactly the same. You can see that when the balcony door's closed, it's actually broken, it's busted, the lock. You can't even fix it. Like, you can't. You have to get a whole new lock. And I'm like, I don't have those tools to do that, right? So I'm like, you know what? I think I need to get my money back because I'm not staying here. So I already paid 2 nights. And I'm like, fuck this. Hopefully I can get my money back because this is not safe, right? I don't want to stay here. So I'm going to show you where it is. Oops. Now, just there. That's why they got the balcony door open, because they had some guy trying to fix the balcony. So yeah, exactly, Marie. So like, I didn't feel safe, but things happen for reasons, right? So I went upstairs, the next stairs up to that balcony, and that also was broken, okay? So, but when I looked over the balcony, I saw this pool. And I went, oh, that place has got a pool. And I remembered that I saw a sign that said Flamingo. That was the name of the hotel. So I quickly got on Google and looked at the name of the hotel to see how much it costs. And rooms were around $80 to about $30. And I thought, you know what? I am so frustrated. I just want to find a room that's safe. You know, when you get a place, you really just want to feel safe, and that you just want to dump your bag, you know, like, yeah, you know, like I said, I've been walking for like 7.5 Ks. I'm hot, I'm frustrated, I'm angry, I'm hangry, all the things, right? So I was like, I don't care. If I have to pay $80, I'm going to have to pay $80. It is what it is, right? Because I'm not walking around anymore. My backpack is fucking heavy, everything, yeah. So anyway, I walked down the stairs to down here, and I asked her, you know, if they have a room, and she's like, yes, you know, what kind of room do you want? I said, do you have one with a balcony? And she said, well, unfortunately, they're all booked out. I'm like, okay. So I thought, you know what? I said, does that pool upstairs work? And she said, yes. She goes, it's not really a pool, it's like a little, you know, little pool. I'm like, I don't care. Is it clean? She's like, yeah. I said, okay, perfect. So anyway, we negotiated, because I got my money back from the other place in cash. So I thought, you know what? I'm just going to give whatever, like, we negotiated a price, exactly the same price. So I thought, fuck it. Here, take my money. I booked 2 nights, and the ladies at the front counter spoke really good English. They were very helpful, very friendly. I get breakfast included, and I'm going to go do a big tour tomorrow. I'm going to leave at like, you know, crazy o'clock. She said, oh no, we'll make you a breakfast box to take. So I thought that's really nice, that's helpful. So anyway, I dumped my bag, made sure that the door locked, and even bonus, right? Even though I don't have a balcony, outside my room is another balcony that's, you know, shared by everyone. So that's great. So I've got a balcony, or I can go up to the roof, and I'll show you what I've got. It's Mike. And then we've got a view up here. So this is going to be a beautiful sunset. I can already start to see a bit of colour coming through, or maybe it's just wishful thinking. And I've got a pool. Exactly, Marie, I've got a pool. And over here is the sunset viewing state, like up there. You go up there, apparently you climb up on that little platform, and they reckon that's a really good place to watch the sunset. And hopefully tomorrow, because I'm just waiting to hear back from someone, see that little creature there? That's a small version of a Komodo dragon. Komodo dragons can get to about 3 meters long. So have you heard of the Komodo dragon? It's like a big giant ass. It's the biggest lizard in the world, and it's only found on a few islands in Indonesia. One being the Komodo Islands, which is the next island over. It's a national park. So apparently there's only 3,500 Komodo dragons left in the world, and they're on the extinct list because, unfortunately, Indonesia is a third world country, and, you know, there's poverty here. People steal the Komodo dragons. I don't know how they steal them, because they're giant ass things, right? And they sell them on the black market overseas. Apparently they sell for about $30,000 US. I don't know who would buy. I don't know who would buy a Komodo dragon, but anyway. Apparently, I'm not laughing because they're doing it. I'm laughing because, like, what the hell are you going to do with a Komodo dragon? You know, you can put that in your backyard. But yeah, so that's interesting to see. Like, I can't wait to do the tour and hear all about the Komodo dragons, and, you know, about, you know, how they live, all the things. So, but part of the thing I'm going to tomorrow, like, I go to apparently 8 different locations. I go snorkeling with manta rays, turtles. You go up to this viewpoint. It's called Pada Island. And then you walk up you do a bit of a hike, and there's a beautiful bay. Yeah, so it's a big day tomorrow. It's like a 12-hour day apparently. So yeah, so I'm really excited. I'm just waiting to hear back from the people that I'm trying to book the tour with, just to confirm it. But yeah, that's what I've got to say. Hello, me from Indonesia. Oh, Apa kabar? I'm in the island of Flores. Have you been here before? I'll show you the view. It's amazing. So I'm currently in a pool. And there's lots and lots of boats down here. I don't know about you, but can you see a little bit of yellow coming through? So I think that might be the start of the sunset. It's only 4 o'clock, so it's early. So I'm probably going to get myself out of the pool soon and get changed. And then I'm going to go for a walk down here. And there's a boardwalk that goes all the way around. Not all the way around, there's a hotel apparently on the other side of this kind of hill. So the boardwalk goes around to, there's a little second jetty over there. And you can view the sunset from there or climb up there and see the sunset. So anyway, I just really wanted to come on and talk about, travel and how it can be frustrating. At the same time, it is what it is. Things happen for reasons, because if I didn't find that hotel there, and if it didn't have the window, didn't have the balcony that didn't lock, I wouldn't have found this hotel. And I think this is actually a better hotel for the same price, way better. So you're okay, yeah. So I think things happen for reasons, and it is what it is. It worked out, right? So anyway, so I'm going to go, guys, because there's a little girl in the pool and I don't want to show her on the video, but I'm going to go get changed and then go for a walk, and I'll do another live doing sunset. Okay, guys? You look relaxed. I am now. I wasn't an hour ago. Yeah, so anyway, I'm good now. Thanks. Hey, lovely. How was your day? Great. I'm going to chill at a resort. Hi, Gracie. Hey, Gracie. Oh, there's Gracie. Hey, Gracie. We're in a new location for sunset today. I'm going to finish the live though, and I'm going to come back later on in probably about half an hour, and I'll do another sunset live from a completely different area, guys. What country are you from? I'm from Australia, but I'm half Indonesian. So my mum is from Sumatra. Mike is saying hello to Gracie. Gracie's saying to Mike. Sounds awesome. All right, guys, I'm going to say goodbye, and I'll see you soon, okay? But I just want to show you one more view of the view that I'm looking at. So technically I could get some beers and sit up here, but I'd rather go for a walk, guys. So, this is a different kind of place. I don't think it's going to be easy to get beers at sunset or anything like that. I might be able to buy one at a shop and take it to watch sunset, but I don't think that really matters either. Maybe I don't have a beer. Like I said, this is kind of a very Muslim area. You've got a Muslim, a mosque here. So, bit of respect, because, Muslim, I don't think Muslim guys even drink much alcohol, do they? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't really know too much about the Muslim faith, to be honest. Anyway, I'm going to say goodbye, guys. Do you have a beach? No, not here. There is apparently 6 Ks walking, I think, around the other side over there. There's a beach. I could get a cab. There's a lot of scooters around. Again, you guys know that I don't do the scooters. So it is a little bit of a handicap, the fact that I don't jump on a scooter, because it would be much easier and more convenient to get around, zippy around. Even though this place is not as busy as other places in Indonesia, so I would probably be a lot more safer on the roads. But still, again, you start breaking those rules, then, before you know it, I'll be on a scooter in Bali, right? I'll bloody hire a scooter and I'll be zooping around. I mean, I wouldn't do that, but you know what I'm trying to say? So I'm I'm just going to stick to my guns. I'm happy to walk, or I have to pay for a taxi. Taxis are not the metered taxis like they have in Bali, so you've got to negotiate. And I don't really know how far things are, or so pretty much I think everything's going to cost me about $8 to get places, which is in the scale of life not that expensive. But I'm happy to walk too. Just buy your own, yeah. Just be careful what you wish for. Before you know it, I probably will. No, I'm joking. I would never do that, guys. I do not like scooters. Anyway, guys, I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to go get changed so I can go watch the sunset. So I will come back live a little while later, eh? So catch